Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. I got censored, even though I had my disclaimer statement about copyright. I said this video is not for promotional purposes, but for educational purposes. Apparently, someone on YouTube flagged me through Showtime and said I infringed Showtime's copyright on the Miguel Vazquez Mickey Bay fight. I will be still posting more videos, and I will still put my disclaimer. And no, I'm not infringing copyright. I haven't. That's why all my videos are still there. But let me get back to that fight, because this is what this video is about. I don't have time to make videos on it, actually show you the fight. I really would love to, but not right now. I won't do that. I'm gonna maintain what I said. Initially, I said that Miguel Vazquez versus Mickey Bay, I was agreeing with Julie Lederman that Mickey Bay pulled it out 7-5. But when I watched the fight again through high definition, I realized that Bay did not win that fight. He was more aggressive coming down to the final rounds, but most of the time Vazquez got to counter him, and then he would hold. So Vazquez won that fight 8-4, 116-112. Some of the rounds were close, but Vazquez did enough to win those rounds. Now, concerning holding, I gotta admit there was excessive holding in that fight, and also in the Mayweather-Maidana fight. Now, what do I mean by excessive holding? If you check my videos on holding, you'll find out what I'm talking about. But let me just summarize it. If you have, now there's a difference to me between holding and tying up. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, between clenching and tying up. Now, clenching or clenching is when you actually kind of hook your opponent's glove underneath your hand. Holding is when you actually reach out and hold your opponent, and tying up is when you're actually you're kind of jostling and wrestling your opponent's hands to get position to kind of keep his hands from punching you. And then you're also, it's a part of infighting. Tying up is a part of infighting. Clenching is a part of infighting. Okay, it's a strategy that boxers use, and holding as well. Now, in the Mayweather-Maidana fight, I have to admit there was excessive holding. Not overly excessive, but it was excessive. It was overly excessive in rounds 8 and 9. In the Miguel Vazquez versus Mickey Bay fight, there was excessive holding as well. Now, let me explain what I mean. If you hold once every minute, which is like 3 holds per round, because a round is 3 minutes, I have no problem with that. That's pretty okay. Anything less than that's good. The limit for me is 4 holds per round. That's like a hold every 45 seconds. Anything above that to me is excessive, especially if the action is stopped by your clenching or your holding. Okay? Infighting means that you're kind of, clenching your opponent or tying them up, but there's still action going on. Punches are still being thrown. Okay? I'm cool with that. I'm talking about holding or clenching, where your opponent can't punch and you are not trying to punch either, so the action is stopped. In the Miguel Vazquez Mickey Bay fight, there was too much holding. Miguel Vazquez was leading with his head, which I thought were 2 things which he should have been penalized a point for or warned. In the Mayweather versus Maidana fight, I thought that Kenny Bayless should have either warned Floyd Mayweather as a preemptive measure, or he should have allowed for infighting. Okay? Just let him punch and get up, punch and get up, punch and get up. Now, Floyd was holding in such a manner that Marcos Maidana could not even move his arms or get out. Marcos Maidana is not that slick, so he doesn't know how to actually slip those holes. and keep on punching Floyd. But nonetheless, these are some of the things we have to consider. I would say a limit for holding would be 4 to 5 holds per round. And this is where the ref has to break up the fight 4 or 5 times. The person who is initiating the hold needs to be warned, and then he needs to be penalized a point. So anything above 5 holds per round, I think where the action is stopped, the person who is initiating it needs to be penalized a point, and I think they can just have somebody outside of the ring informing the ref of how many holds a certain fighter is holding. It's that simple. Initiating the hold. So that's what I think, and that would solve that problem.